One of the 12 most powerful beings in the multiverse, Raphael the Archangel, also known as the Librarian, is one of the last surviving archangels of the Omnia, a once glorious and peaceful civilization that ruled over the ancient cosmos that included 7 of the 11 known universes connected by space and time. Peaceful and inquisitive by nature, he is a grand master of white arts, a form of holy magic that harnesses the power of light and purity on a cosmic and planetary scale. He can heal, bless, protect, and sanctify with his touch, as well as enchant armor to give him near-super invincibility and weapons to become capable of supernaturally damaging through magical barriers and protections of any kind. He is also a formidable warrior, wielding blades similarly enhanced by his white arts and from the essence of his angelic force, the source of his cultivated power as an archangel and the core of his angelic abilities such as omnilingualism, which allows him to enhance himself in supernatural ways, aerokinetic mastery, which allows him to fly and control objects in air without magic, and over-limit augmentation, allowing him to attack with enough force to vanquish nearly any foe with sheer force alone. His swordsmanship skills are unmatched by any mortal or immortal being, and Raphael has fought and won countless battles against the forces of darkness and chaos, dark gods and ancient sorcerers, as well as elder undead and immortals in dark armor, defending his home and his people from harm alongside his fellow archangels. Raphael is a loyal and compassionate being, who values knowledge, wisdom, and harmony. His favorite place to visit and eventually live was the Holy Library, a sacred repository of all the secrets and mysteries of the Omnia. He spent eons studying and preserving the ancient texts and artifacts that contained the history and culture of his civilization. His brother archangels and sisters, Gabriel, a skilled and wise warrior angel she was always ready to spar, Michael, a powerhouse angel whose frame was menaced but his words never were, Nubia, who was ever the voice of reason, and if need be, of a swift and merciful victory, and Lucifer, who only removed his armor except to bathe and eat. Raphael was closest to his brother Lucifer, who he often would try to coax into visiting the Holy Library with him and his own son. He loved his nephew, who loved the arts as much as he did. However, Raphael's life changed dramatically when the ancient wars broke out, a cataclysmic conflict that involved his fellow archangels, Michael and Lucifer, and 3 powerful beings known as the Masters of Reality. The initial conflict began with widespread destruction, a wave of power and light that could not be survived by many in the worlds nearby. Soon the battle became a war so devastating that it shook the foundations of the cosmos and threatened to destroy everything in existence. Soon the armored angels of the lower ranks were summoned onto the battlefields between the crushed remains of their shining sky and cosmos, and even lower, the white drones of the southern seraphim, who had never once had to join in open conflict before, were pushed to the front lines. Raphael joined the fray, hoping to end the war and restore peace. But he was too late. The war ended with the disappearance of most of the participants, leaving behind only destruction and despair shattering over 100,000 worlds, blacking out the remains of thousands of galaxies, and annihilating the entirety of 2 universes. Raphael was one of the few survivors of the war, along with his nephew. They returned to their home, only to find it in ruins. The Omnia was no more. The only remnants were the Sword Cathedral and the Holy Library, 2 sacred places that held the power and memory of their civilization and existed in places only accessible to the archangels of the Omnia. Raphael decided to stay in the Holy Library, guarding it from any intruders or looters. He also gave up his angelic force, entrusting it to the Sword Cathedral for safekeeping. He knew that someday he would have to take it back upon himself. Raphael lived in isolation for millennia, occasionally venturing out to fight against any evil that threatened the cosmos. He also encountered a mysterious archdemon who seemed to have a personal vendetta against him. One day, Raphael's solitude was shattered when he received news that the Hall of Heroes, a place where the greatest champions of the cosmos were honored and remembered, was attacked and destroyed by the Dark. The Dark was a sinister force that sought to erase all traces of light and life from existence. Raphael was enraged by this act of sacrilege and vowed to stop them. He rushed to the Sword Cathedral to reclaim his angelic force, only to find it gone. Someone had stolen it from him. He felt a surge of anger and humiliation at this theft and dishonor. He swore to find whoever did this and make them pay. But he also realized that he could not do this alone. Raphael is a complex and conflicted character who has experienced both joy and sorrow, peace and war, love and hate. He is a noble and righteous archangel who seeks to uphold justice and order in the cosmos in the way his brothers did for the Omnia. But he is also a proud and vengeful archangel who will not tolerate any insult or injury to himself or his people. He is a wise and learned archangel who knows many secrets and mysteries of the cosmos. He uses these gifts, nearly 1 billion years of knowledge, as one of the 12 most powerful beings in the multiverse, known by many circles in the dark by his other name, the Librarian. He helps the spaceman create a powerful hero after the Hall of Heroes is destroyed. Raphael was able to calculate and triangulate 4 places through time and space by which one hero must vanquish evil in order for them to destroy the dark, who was now composed of 8 of the 12 most powerful beings in the multiverse. That hero would have to travel through time and space in an exact order to change reality and not change destiny. It was for that reason the hero was called the Hero of Eternity. Raphael, with his immense intellect, second to none but the Master of Elements and the spaceman himself, was directly responsible for the Hero of Eternity's 21 trials, seeing 21 major events in which the Hero of Eternity would engage in open conflict and balance the multiverse away from the darkness and death that had already claimed most of it. If you're interested in layered omnidimensional mystery, the machinations of cultivated power and knowledge over 1 billion years, and the bittersweet expressions of hard science fictional fact, scan the code or check the description for a link to purchase your copy of the 21 Trials of Thomas Forte now.